Okay, you're welcome to Tammy Talk, and thank you for tuning in, and thank you for hitting that subscribe button, like, love, and send your comments. I want to say happy 2023. Glad you made it. Glad you still held on, and you're still here. So grateful. So let's get to it. Um, don't forget you can check us out on Libsyn and Spotify's Tammy Talk. Let's see. You can go to IG, that's My Cup Runneth Over. And also, I have a Wix account, WIX, and that's My Cup Runneth Over. That's where I do my blog. So, yep, blog, podcaster, and we're trying to do the YouTube thing. We appreciate your patience because we're so used to going into the studio to do this where we have nothing to do but just show up and be present and talk. Here at home, we're learning how to do that. So, we have to learn to be more tech savvy, which we are challenged in, but we have help. Thank you for everyone that has helped us in this. So, again, I want to say thank you for tuning in. And tonight's topic, before I say that, this is my co host, Joe Heasy, right here. Joe, how are you?
I'm fine.
Joe's fine. That's good. I'm so glad to hear. How you're fine? Ask me, how am I?
How are you, son?
I'm fine as well. I'm great. And I'm doing great. I'm doing much better. Um, as a
How you doing?
That's what you need to do with people. Remember, check in and ask that question. How are you? How are you? My grandson always says that, Grandma, how are you today? I say fine. I said, Josiah, how are you today? He says, I'm great. You can, I'm telling you, he's great Sunday through Saturday, AM through PM, any given day. His response is always, I'm great. So I'm taking that into 2023. I'm great. I did get
You learn a lot from a 4-year-old.
Yeah, that's true. In the child's eye, you do learn a lot. And what I'm grateful for is that I did go get tested for COVID. I thought I did. I did the home swab, but just wanted to see because I kept having chest pains and did not have COVID, thank God. Did not have pneumonia, thank God. However, was given antibiotics, steroids, and some codeine cough medicine. Um, Taking that, I do feel the congestion leaving. Was not able to go out and hang with the family or friends. They're gathering. So I did miss, we missed a lot of events, but we were able to sit home and have a nice quiet dinner.
We missed a
Just
lot of it. I think I'm playing.
Mr. I homebody here, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone knows me, I'm always, my kids call me FOMO, fear of missing out. I'm always I'm always tapped in to dress up and show up. I'm that I may be late, but I'm gonna show up.
I followed my game plan.
But yeah, we had a nice quiet dinner. He made a seafood dinner. We had listened to some music and watched some TV shows in the countdown. Of course, did my shutdown for prayer time. Got to get that before the stroke of midnight prayer and of gratitude and thankfulness. And so, with that being said, a lot of people are starting the New Year's resolution thing, and we don't do that here. Just saying, we don't do the New Year's resolution. One, I felt that I see that every time I attempt to do that, I end up short. That brings me to I'm overwhelmed because I'm looking down my list, and you ever notice those to-do lists gets too long? That's anxiety. I make my list short, and I like to say I evolve. So I like to try things. Not all the time. I'm always not team try a lot, but because challenge. Remember, that's my work forever. Learning how to challenge myself and embrace change. Since it's inevitable, I'm dealing with that. But yeah, even with me learning how to do the podcast from home instead of going to the studio is a change for me. And it's been trying. Sometimes I felt like that mean with a gorilla, take the laptop and throw it against the wall. That is actually me. 2 minutes of can't do it. I'm throwing it against the wall. So I'm getting better, getting a whole lot better at adjusting. And that's why I was saying it's all with God's timing. I had a scare because I thought it was COVID. Did not have that, but I was angry because I was due to have surgery January 3rd, and that got pushed back February 7th. So they had to hear my mouth about why you guys booked me back in July when I had my second surgery, saying it's going to be January 3rd. And now you're telling me we're going to have it in February. And they're like, oh, we're overbooked. We don't have enough doctors. Well, how many doctors do you need? Like, aren't there other, how about if I go to another hospital? But that wasn't the case. It was like, look, we're overbooked. We're sorry. We apologize. How about we get you the first week in February?
A lot of doctors on vacation.
Yeah, basically. And it's my fault that you overbooked. So I kind of got angry about it because I'm anticipating getting back with my life. And now you're pushing me through February, which means I won't be released until April. And that's one whole year I had to sit out. One whole year of my life that I have had to sit in time out. To me, I'm a type A personality. Keeping still is not one of my, God has shown me so much about myself being patient. So I'm on the bleacher sitting in timeout waiting till February. So with that, my new year is learning how to drink lemonade. When you're given living lemons, just sit back and make yourself a pitcher of lemonade. Take a sip. In my case, I gulp it. I gulp my lemonade and I keep a smile. Even though I'm sad sometimes, I smile. Even though I'm hurting sometimes, I smile. Oh, we're going to Kirk Franklin. I'm leaving that. You look so much better when you smile. Oh. You look so much better when you, oh. You look so much better when you, oh. You look so much better when you, that's selection A, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get into our New Year topic. How long do those Christmas lights need to stay up? Now, I'm all about being Christmas Carol. Like my lights, holiday decorations start
Until you see that light
in October. That part.
Yeah,
waiting for that BGE light. Yeah. Then we going straight to candles. Okay, you thought I was buying those candles
then it becomes
for Christmas?
Yeah. I think you was the one that left those lights on. Like
you thought I bought candles just to be in the ambiance and
when you get that golden envelope.
Yeah, I'm starting unplugging everything. Y'all might not see another podcast for like June. Okay, daylight saving time. We be on and popping.
I doubt that.
But yeah, because I got a lot to talk about. Hence, that's why it's called Tammy Talk. There's hope. I like talking about stuff because there is hope in talking. Okay, but yeah, waiting for the BGE bill, and honey, I might need some help. And
you don't need it both of us being in the
dark. So yeah, we definitely going straight to Candlesville. I'm telling you. But I see that some of the lights have started already.
Halloween already gone. We ain't got no haunted houses.
Yeah, and I'm like, how long does the lights normally? How long do you keep your lights up? Some say till today. Then some say to Martin Luther King Day. Some say till the month of January is over with. I don't know. I just started seeing some people took their decorations down today. So I was wondering, how long will these lights be on? I'm not one to make it rush, but I just a question that popped in my head. But as we were talking about,
you asked me how long do they stay?
How long do they stay up?
As soon as your wife go to sleep, then you take them down. And you burn first.
Now let me just focus on with the new year. We always try to get into the health thing. Like today, he was like, "Let's go to the gym. Let's go to the gym." I diddle daddle and was like, I'm going to stay wrapped up, stay safe, stay in the house. However, I anxiously wanted to hit the gym. I did. You know me. I wanted to go swimming, all of that. But I said I'll wait till tomorrow or something to get in the gym and wear my mask, what have you. But the eating part, are we taking care of ourselves with the eating?
You know me when you know you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter who knows
I fight against that because I'm a gym rat, and I'm a year, going on a year, I miss being in the gym. However, I did do something over the holidays. I did make it to the gym and I went swimming. I actually did a little workout, not with a lot of weights, but just a little workout, but I felt good. I got in the sauna, got in the jacuzzi, got in the pool, did a 10-minute workout, and I felt great. I did. I missed it so much. But getting to the eating part, so with my surgery getting ready to come up, I have to go back to, and I've reached 139 pounds yesterday when I went in the doctor's office. I just cried So I'm getting my weight back, but now I have to go back. As of the 7th, I have to start my regimen, which means it includes just eating salad, yogurt, um, fruits, smoothies. Did I say yogurt? More yogurt, cottage cheese, those kind of things. A lot of fiber. But in our age, 50s and 60s, that's what your diet consists of: fiber, protein, and vitamins. And I found that we like bay leaves. We like that. We like rosemary leaves, dill. They also and cloves. I'm starting to drink that. I can put that in water, let it sit in overnight. Who knew? I love cloves and spearmint. So yeah, I haven't had alcohol, but we're so used to putting spearmint in our mojitos that now just drinking spearmint in my tea or just spearmint in my water, and it tastes. The taste.
What the heck is a
It's good.
mojito?
A little drink.
You can tell who drink that. I
A
don't
little
know
drink,
mojito.
yes. But it also helps with brain boost, which I got, and focus, which I am. I need you to focus, honey. So yeah, we like that, and
At my own terms, I'll focus.
he's to exercise at least twice a day. I give him kudos for that. He will jump to the gym. He will jump to the gym.
Don't be that bell. It ain't that easy either.
It's not. You got to really be motivated to get there. And drinking water. Now that's what I do need to increase is my water intake.
Well, can I say something?
Yeah, you can say something.
You have to be motivated to know that there are certain times in your life when you get older that certain things don't work anymore. You can't eat the same food.
Hence your geriatric couple right here. Say it again. As we age,
you speak for yourself.
As we age,
you should pay attention to what you eat, because what you ate prior or past in your life, this doesn't work for you now. Doesn't work for me. I'm speaking for myself. I never paid attention to the ingredients on the back of a container when you buy food, like far as sodium and all these long
the sugar
ingredients words that's at the bottom. If you can't pronounce it, so why would you be eating it?
Exactly.
Your body does not process it. Then you got problems with your liver, your kidney. Wonder why you got high blood pressure, because and you want a quick fix. It might take you a number of years to destroy your body, mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to probably take that many and more years to get it back to where it was.
Exactly. That's the test I'm going through.
And patience, you have to be patient with yourself, because, like I said before, you put yourself in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
So in doing so, you have to, with me, I talk to myself, I say, self, what do I need to do next? So self said, I'm going to tell you this. If you don't do what you need to be doing, you will be one or two places, young man, non-geriatric.
It's non-geriatric. Self is non-geriatric.
That's right. Self is non.
Okay, that's denial. That's what that's called.
Self. Call it what you want.
That's
denial.
Just what that's called.
What I'm saying is,
denial.
True. If you deny the fact that you need to improve on your life condition and change your habits,
you have to.
In order to.
That's a New Year's resolution. See, it's not a New Year's resolution list.
No,
but it's about knowing, evolving, and change is good. Like you say, break those bad habits.
I don't do a list for as a New Year resolution.
Did he not hear me say that when I first started? I said we don't do
New
Year's resolution here. Self.
Yeah, okay.
Self, come back. Yeah, we don't do New Year's resolution. I'll say it. I'll say
over each other either.
I had to get in. I'll say that again for the people in the back.
Yeah, you've been in. You just don't know how many times you've been in yourself. But you have to pay close attention to your So when you go to your doctor and you want to come off medicine, or you think you improve something, then they give you a blood test, come find out you have not. But the blood test ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and speaking of which, we have a holistic doctor that's going to join us. Upcoming episode, talk about holistic, and that's one of the key things she talks about: the importance of a blood test, what it really means, and how it detects things like from foods to allergies you would not believe.
Vitamin deficiencies.
Yes. Who knew? It was how she came from being on medication.
If your kidney is bothering you, you don't know. And I did a lot of reading on the kidney thing. You wouldn't even know that your kidney is going up or bad, or or you're just having trouble with it unless you have a blood test done. And there's several different types.
Or it could go undiagnosed.
Yeah.
Like with me, my stuff when I'm undiagnosed, even though I was going to a specialist, who knew? So the repair season is the challenging because it's not just the physical, it's the emotions that goes into it.
When you tear down a house and you want to rebuild that house, it's going to take a lot of planning. You just can't go in there and then you want to do the same or have the same design, but then you have better ideas that you want to be able to implement in your life condition.
So that's why I say the 50 and 60-year-olders and older, get your fiber and get your protein, get your vitamins.
You're going to have to do something with your hand motions
and then
crossing guard.
And then make sure you still keep the simple things like your water, your exercise, and your rest. Rest is key. And if you notice when you don't get enough rest,
it's a necessity. That's it.
It is. You're so you're unproductive.
Throw your body off if you don't get the proper amount of sleep.
It can actually raise your blood pressure, your sugar level. I didn't know all of this.
Irregular heartbeat. AFib.
Headaches. All that good stuff. All that good stuff come along with it because it's good because it's actually aging you. And you don't realize it. I'm being funny when I say good stuff, but really it's not good for you.
You got complacent.
Yeah, and sometimes we get complacent, we get in that comfort zone, and it's hard to get out of it.
Comfort zone, and you get this teenage syndrome.
No, then you get like, I deserve it.
Nothing will hurt or harm you.
Yeah, that part. You're fearless to that, and you are doing harm to yourself. And we go to that state where I done worked all year. It's my downtime, and I'm gonna get down with my downtime. So I'm gonna stay up all night.
Pay attention to this either. What is your stress level? What causes you to have certain
trying to show my Tammy Talk. I'm so in love with my Tammy Talk hoodie. I know you guys are tired of hearing me say it, but shout out to my cousin Jerry Eggleston who created this for me when I came out. And he was like, I need you to get back on your podcast, do what you like to do. And it's Tammy Talk, there's hope. And
Tammy Talk holds a whole lot of conversation.
I just love it. It's my onesie. If I could, I'd sleep in it.
Stick to the script, man. Stick to the script.
I am sticking to the script. So yeah, you stay on your fiber and your protein and your vitamins. You learn to get some bay leaves, incorporate that with your food and cooking and drinking. And you can just put in your tea, your rosemary. Again, it's good for focus, brain boost. The black tea is really good also. Black tea, get your cloves out. And you would not believe the benefits of this. Most dietitians swear by a better sleep if you do things on like banana. I love banana pudding at an older age. Young, I would not touch the stuff. But yeah, bananas are good for you. Nut butter. What is this? Cinnamon. I've learned to put cinnamon in things. Whole wheat and avocado toast with like pumpkin seeds. Yeah, but it's really beneficial for you. Some of these things I've learned, I'm on site, and if it doesn't look good, I think it's not good for me. So I had to learn how to switch that. But yeah, they swear by these things.
This is coming from a self-medicator.
I am. I will Google something and learn how to do a home diagnosis.
That is specialized in that.
Well, everyone needs to get a good nutritionist. I'm here for it. I'm down for it. Yep. I am down for that.
Research yourself.
Because everything ain't for everybody. You never know if you're taking meds. Some supplements can interact with it, like counteract it. So yeah, I'm definitely for it. That's a good point. Speak with your doctor. Speak with the holistic, and bring your meds when you're trying out supplements.
It's a group thing. It's a group thing.
I just think going holistic for me. This is for me. Going holistic is a better option for me because I've seen, and I do read, every time I've been given medication, and this is a person who never took meds. Anybody know me, I swear, until I had the surgery, I was I'm 61. Now I'm taking the meds. I'm 61 and I live a good life. I work out, I go to the gym, I swim, I eat healthy, woo, woo. And then diverticulitis took over, and here I go on meds. So every script they were giving me, I was adamant about. I'm getting off of this, can't take that, won't do this. How do I get, what do I need to do to get off of this? And I'm around here looking like the medicine woman with all the medicine and got the medicine bag, and they have side effects. Like they
I
say,
filled a couple of my subscriptions with her.
like they say, and all the different side effects, even from thinning them hair and stuff like that. I couldn't get my blonde back for a while. Probably won't be able to get it back till
You're not
the
natural
spring.
blonde.
No, but you can't do you can't certain things you can and you can't do. So when you look at your meds, look at the side effects of every medicine you're taking. I guarantee you'll see, if not one side effect, it's going to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and possibly
The good
10.
thing about that is you do your own research. You can sit down and you can have a conversation with your doctor.
Yeah.
Because then you'll be able to know that the side effects coming from the medicine, and then you can talk to your doctor, and it'll be a conversation that goes on between you and him.
I would say be
and
engaged.
her.
That's true. Be engaged. Don't let them dictate to you what you need, and without you consulting them. Keep it real and say, look, what can I do to get off? How important is this? Is a priority that I take that? Can we take a reduced level? Don't let them start you out on 10 and you could take like a 1 milligram, a 5 milligram, and they've got you on 50 or 100. Start slow. And if you need to increase it, yes. But don't just jump on
it. If
everything.
you're not proactive, you're going to get it anyway. If you're not proactive for your health, then you're going to get that.
It's what I say. You got a voice. I love this card. You got a voice, a powerful voice. Use it. You have to be your own advocate, because ain't nobody going to be an advocate for you like you, okay? Write your own narrative. That's what I'm talking about.
That was easy.
Yes, that was easy. So that's what I'm here to say. Let's get better sleep, get better rest, learn how to take care of yourself, eat healthy. Don't forget about your vitamins and your supplements, but please, fiber, protein, and water.
Don't buy a whole lot of vitamins and not know the side effects of those either.
Oh, that part. Yeah. Watch all the vitamins. And some of those can't be taken together. Know that.
Not even the medication that you might be put on. So.
Yep. It can reduce the effect of it. How about that? So, yeah, learn your stuff. Get your stuff before you just open your mouth and become a pill popper. You don't want to do that. That ain't cute. Find what you really need to get by. You want to minimize that.
Said that ain't healthy. What does cute have to be?
Well, that's not healthy. How about that?
Thank you very much.
That's not.
That was easy.
So, speaking of which, I was talking to my co-host early today after he came in from the gym, and I said, I wanted to go with you to the gym, and I decided I did not want to be around people because of what I'm going through, and I didn't want to pick up any more germs, or I did not want to expose anyone. And he just gave me this look like, okay, if that's what you're saying, because he knows me. If I wanted to go, I would have been there. And I said, part of me is still angry because I'm ready to get this surgery over with. And
that goes back to that word you said, denial.
Yep. And I'm just, when January 3rd comes, I'm just already prepared. My bags are packed. I'm ready to go get this done, get this over with. I said, again, I won't be released till April of 2023. That's one whole year that I've been in timeout.
This is when a person started becoming stressed.
Yeah.
And anxiety. That day is self-inflicted.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It was like once I accepted that I had to have the surgery, that was denial, and I fought against it. And then they were like, it's this or your life, And
you didn't have a choice.
Exactly. So I got that done. And then I had to learn to live with it. And so then they were like, it's one more part and you'll be done. And I anticipated it. And now it's here. and you're going to push it back for another 30 days. And I'm like, I just can't do another 30 days of this. I can't. I've been in timeout for so long. And like I said, but with the flip side, when I look at the glass, it's not half empty. It is refillable. I look at the patience I've learned. I've looked at the healing that I've gotten. Um, and I've learned how to smell the roses, like the little things. Like I remember.
You have learned how to understand the healing process.
Yeah,
Just not
which I needed.
when you wanted to.
Which I needed.
It's a
And
process, and it takes time.
it does.
You cannot rush time.
It does. And I was telling him how angry I had gotten because I'm not able to get out and do what I want to do, like run to the gym, go swimming, go skating, ice skating, roller skating. I got skates, y'all. I'm ready to go skating.
So does a person with a broken leg.
And I have 30 days that I can do this before I'm shut down again for like 2 months. So yeah, I'm trying to get it in. And then when I got this upper respiratory, I'm like, oh, here I go again. Everything is stopping me from getting out the door. But it all goes with your mindset. If you're going to seek anger, that's where you're going to be. If you stay in the calm realm and say, you know, this too shall pass, and God's ordering my step, and He knows what's best. It's God's timing. Stop rushing, because what I've learned, nothing that I've planned goes on normal. I'm here to tell you. I promise you. It
does. It has some setbacks.
It does. But I'm saying, I promise you, nothing.
You know,
nothing's promised. I promise you, nothing's promised.
It's not the problem that's the problem. It's how you deal with the problem. Now, you can make that problem more of a problem than it actually is.
That's what I was doing.
Yes.
Until today, I looked in the refrigerator and I saw lemons.
You don't like changes.
No.
You don't like changes.
I like being.
This is sudden death or life change.
I tell you, I like being in control, and I don't have control. That's why I say, I promise you, nothing's promised. So when I looked in the refrigerator and I saw the lemons, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to post this. Lemons give you lemonade. I love lemonade. So I'm going to learn to sit back.
No, lemon don't give you lemonade without some type of work. You have to squeeze them lemon. You got to get your hands in there and grab that lemon and choke it to get the juice out of it, so that and you shake it.
Okay. You okay?
That's where you get the benefits. Putting in effort. That was my demonstration.
Thank you for the demonstration of lemon and lemonade.
That's for you.
That's for me, and I received that. Thank you. I received that, Jesus. I received that in the name of Jesus. Okay, let's go on.
Okay.
I'm getting better now. Throughout the day, I've gotten better, and it's so funny when he see me get dressed up. You know, put the red dress up, sit the red dress on and sit in front of the tree. He laughs, but he knows me. I will dress up around the house for any occasion. It doesn't matter. Like I say, my kids always say, "You're a FOMO mom." I'm like, "What's that? Fear of missing out." Yeah, I can make a party happen in a minute, you know, and
by yourself.
By myself. That's it. Me, myself, and I. We have fun. We do.
Sound like a whole house of yours.
But that's good that you can do that. That's good that I can do that. I love that about me. But
that's all that counts. That's
it. For the moment, what can I do to make me happy in my mess, in my sitting time, while I'm waiting? That's all I'm saying. While I'm waiting, what can I do to uplift my spirits? If it means getting up, putting on a whole gown and heels and walking through the house with my music and beat face, that's what I'm going to do, okay? That's a plethora of perfume all over me. I'm good. I am good. I could sit there with my mocktail. I'm good. So, I'm enjoying the ambiance.
There's a whole ocean.
It all starts with your mindset.
Me and the dog go in the basement out the yard.
So I don't know what your plans are for the new year, but I'm wishing everyone a happy new year, a much blessed new year. Happiness and peace and health are like my 3-piece. You know how you go up and order a 3-piece? That's my 3-piece. It's happiness, peace, and health. That's what I want. And I want that for you and everyone. I want that for you. Because that's what matters. When it comes down to it, that's what matters. I just want to go with the side note. You notice when after the holidays, do you ever get like the little teary eyed? Just a little teary eyed. Like I noticed when as I was dropping my youngest one at the train station, so she had to go back home. You know, she's driving down, and I'm trying to keep the tears in, and we listening to our music and talking. Then as she pull up to the train station, we get the bags out, and I'm trying to help her, but I see her. She's a little pint sized. As I see her go in the train station, couldn't hold back the tears. So I'm always driving back up on the highway, blasting my gospel music. And even though I know they're grown and married, I still think of them as my babies. So then the
Okay.
oldest one is
Two
getting up.
of the best son-in-laws you can ever want.
Yeah, here's,
That was easy.
and then it was like the oldest one
And
is
they
calling me.
married two of the best women that they can ever have in their life.
That was easy.
So then the oldest one is texting me, Mom, I'm getting ready to get on the airplane, going out of, going to Trinidad, got the baby stuff out and, tearing up with that, So I said, I understand. I definitely need to get a grip of saying my kids, they're no longer kids, they're grown women and they have their own lives, but still in my
denial.
Yep. They're always going to be my babies.
Denial.
So I was wondering, do any other moms go through this? When your kids go away back home for the holidays, you get a little bit sad or, just melancholy. I remember we would sit up and play board games or the first time they called me Mama. And I was like taken back and, then you watch them grow and time go back so quick. All I'm saying is cherish your moment with your kids because they do grow up to be adults, okay? They do grow up to be adults.
And if you have any parents alive, do the same.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're on the time clock.
I get teary-eyed
Thinking about our mamas.
Well, going back to why you say get teary-eyed. I get teary-eyed looking at my bank statement, seeing all these minuses.
Yeah. That's going to be another episode. Looking at that bank account, what you need to do and how to
After
be proactive. Just how to be proactive.
That's not even just holiday.
Planning. Just planning. Just planning makes a difference.
We're going to get 13 holidays in a year.
Speaking on budgeting, planning, being proactive. That's what we're going to have an episode about that. What do you do to plan, be proactive, and how do you stay on budget? Because that's...
Now, I want to see you run that.
I'm still fighting that. I am. I'm trying to be retired. This is a whole new pair of shoes for me, honey. When I tell you,
that's another thing in your
life comes.
Christmas stocking.
Yeah, life comes at you really fast, and it's twists and turns in which you're not prepared for. I thought I was going to work till I'm 65, and which is why I said, okay, at 60, you know what? I'm already thinking of what I'm going to be doing at 65. I'm going to be a fitness trainer. Then I get knocked down with this. And then to be told, it's not about you working on anything. It's about your stress level, how you handle stress, your cortisol. Cortisol. Yeah, stress will kill you. So I'm learning how to now deviate from being a type A and getting overwhelmed and reacting and learning how to
stay. You can still be a type A, but you also know that
there's too many ingredients with being a type A. You got to learn how to diffuse it.
Then you want to change your whole self completely.
I have to, if I want to live.
If that work for you,
I have to.
That
is a must. That is a must.
Because it's going to always be a part of you, and it's just like a sediment in a glass. It's just waiting to be shooken.
Yeah, but it's how you deal with what you know that can kill you.
We've been talking about that for the last 5 or 10 minutes.
Yep. So that's why I'm saying for your new year, it's evolving. You don't have to make resolutions. That doesn't work for everyone. It's not one type fit all. So be good to yourself
every day.
Yeah.
And every day brings about different situations.
Challenges.
Uh-huh.
And how you deal with it makes the difference. It does. So I wanted to speak with Joe Heasy tonight
I've been
about
talking enough already.
entrepreneur.
I
So,
thought this
like,
was
with-
another
No, with
podcast.
this being the new year, a lot of people are still quitting jobs or contemplating getting new business ideas started, ventures are starting. Just give us a tidbit on you becoming an entrepreneur and like some of your setbacks and how what made you keep going and how you didn't give up and quit and throw in the towel. Because what I'm noticing, a lot of people are stating things like, entrepreneurs out here saying, don't quote me on this. This is something I read. They're so quick to tell you to quit your job, quit your 9 to 5, and do this. And I don't get that. I never got an entrepreneur to say quit that job. They were like giving you an idea of if you're contemplating quitting your job, here's a blueprint of what I've done to get my business up and running. I've never had anybody come to me and say you need to quit your job and do this. And thus, I dabble in a lot from fitness to makeup. Anyone knows me, my first love. I love makeup and perfume. I don't do makeup for the outer appearance. Me, I'm about the skincare because as you get older, women tend to need skin care. It's the cover up of the makeup. This is the essence. Your skincare, if you can go in with a blank face, a canvas, I call it, you're good. The natural look, that you're good. It's the skincare, which includes good eating and good exercise and a good sleep. Those, I tell that to everyone. If you ain't good sleep, it's going to show. If you're not exercising, it shows. If you're not eating proper, it shows. You're going to have those deficiencies. So you can sit there and buy all the high-end products you want. Baby, when you take that off, you're going to see the real, okay? So that's why I was saying I've done that. I've worked in mortgage. I've done that. I've worked in retail. I've done that. I've done a little bit of everything. So I've worked in corporate. It's not what you do, it's how you do it and how it makes you feel. And you'll get to see what your passion is. That's why I say try it. If you don't like it, you can always go to another option, but don't get stuck in doing something and not breathe, not live, because that could kill you, being someplace you really don't want to be. And I think that's what entrepreneurs, when this pandemic happened, it created options and avenues for people to start doing things at home. They had downtime and they was like, oh, I can be consultant. Oh, I can do this. I can do hair. I can do makeup. I can do nails. I can do lashes. I can do home improvement. In my mind, I think I'm a DJ because I got my Spotify and uploaded some music. And I swear, I think in my mind, if you ask me come to a party and host your party, I'm bringing my Spotify and I am bringing my karaoke and I'm going to play and dance for you. And you're going to say, I didn't know Tam had it in her. I'm in my mind, like I said, I'm a DJ. In my mind, I'm a home improvement, DIY. I will try anything.
You got this my cell phone. I'll drop you off.
But I'm not afraid to do those things that I like to do. Like I say, I love ice skating and roller skating. I love swimming, things like that. But if you don't try it, now it's still some things on my to-do list that I need to get done. I'm not going to mention those, but I have like 4 things that is a must that I get done, and I'm going to make it through and get those done this year. That's the top of the line stuff. Those are my 4. I have 4 things I need to complete this year to hit my goal. And I will be glad when I do it. And if I stop procrastinating and get motivated, and it's going to happen. It's going to come in fruition. So I'm going to just have to do those things here. But what I admire about Joe being an entrepreneur, he did this he just one day said, yeah, this is what I'm doing. And I'm going to be honest, this is what my response was. Just make it happen, Captain, because you need to do something. And fast forward, I didn't know that it would generate into what it has and what has afforded him in us. But that's because he believed in himself. Even when, I'm not going to say I didn't believe in him, but I was like,
Yeah, no, you didn't. The problem was.
So when nobody else believes in you, believe in yourself.
I retired. She didn't. She didn't like the fact that I was able to. I retired and I sat around the house
Watching TV, a plethora of TV. No,
No
cleaning the
problem.
kitchen cabinets, the kitchen cabinets out.
When you retire, you give yourself time to recoup and try to find out what it is you want to
I
do.
didn't know this.
And because you didn't retire, right?
I didn't know you needed debriefing.
Yeah, well, let's call it what you want.
Yeah.
And I sat around and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Did I want to go back in the corrections field, or did I want to venture off into the high scale of security?
Yeah.
Which I did that. And then I also was around other people, entrepreneurs, and I gave them my background. And they said, well, you might go open your own business. So I opened my own business and based on my prior history, which was in corrections and in security.
Now check this out. While he was home, I got used to him taking me to work, picking me up from work, fixing breakfast.
Oh, it was okay when I was a chauffeur.
Yeah, and fixing breakfast, lunch.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped lunch off, or let's go out for lunch date. And I'm like, okay, I'm liking this.
Or call somebody for honey-do this.
And then I come home, the dinner is fixed. What got me is one day I come home, all the kitchen cabinets are cleaned out and everything. And I get my plastic from like Dollar Store, Five Below. No, he likes the upscale, stuff. I always call him the Martha Stewart. All his stuff, just like Pyrex and stuff. I'm just saying, you like Pyrex and stuff. You like the high-end brand of stuff. And I'm like, I'm just taking it to work and shoving it in the microwave. And I'm not trying to take all that stuff and lug it back home. And it could be a no brand. And no one's going to come and check for my Tupperware. Let it go. Speaking of which, he gets Tupperware. Like I say, I get the no brand name or whatever. And we have gotten into some dialogues about why are you using my Tupperware, taking it to school, taking it to work or whatever, getting it germs and using their microwaves and stuff. And then I come home and I see like a whole plethora of cheese on the chicken, something casserole, look beautiful, but I was just like, he has too much time on this, entirely too much time. Honey, stay up and watch this with me. I'm like, I have to go to work. So yeah, I was like, what are your plans? Please tell me. Because I'm getting frustrated.
And I can see that be for someone that'll work for someone that didn't have an income coming in at all. So
right.
I looked at my
income. He's like, well, why you even worry?
More than your check that you
why you even worry?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
ain't nobody asking you for no money.
That's because, let's be honest, when it was 55 and I had to learn, we downsized. We had to learn how to get another job. And so, of course, I did. You take the lesser paying.
Let's put it like that. It'll work for a woman being home.
Yeah.
And a man not saying nothing, but a man be home and he got money coming in, the woman gonna say something.
Speaking of which, that's going to be another episode.
Let's finish this.
Okay, it is. It's called Watching You the Boss and stuff like that. Okay, you got the bag and you can secure it. Because when you tell a man that, they going to roll back and let you carry the bag.
You tell anybody that, they don't have to be alone.
Well, that's the truth, man or woman. That's why I say watch telling people. Well, I said, man, watch telling people.
Now, when we talking about entrepreneurship,
yes.
Where are we at now?
Because you brought up a good topic about, a woman.
The airplane.
We are the geriatric people. Can't you tell we yin and yang?
No,
we sing together, but we can't talk together. But yeah, he was saying, it looks better for a woman to stay home than it does a man.
Look better?
And I'm regurgitating what you said.
I just said.
I need you to talk to self and let self know what self just said.
Yeah, well,
it looks better if a woman stays home than a man.
And see where self at. Because self is just not going to say that.
But it was, to me, it was treading in unknown territory. I'm so used to the security and everything. So yeah, I was getting scared. He was believing in himself, and I was a cheerleader. And then I was like cheered out, but I needed action. Like I need something. I need proof. And it takes time. Everything is momentum. And again, me having type A, it wasn't coming fast enough like this. And
How long with that? You was listening to other people talk. You was telling them what's going on.
no, not so much for business.
3 cents.
For business, because I had taken some business classes, and when you try to tell
That
him,
means you didn't mind your own business.
no, when you try to tell him some
You didn't
things
take those
you've
classes.
learned,
What about those?
and that's when he was like, I know what I'm doing. When you start making money with your business like I'm making, then we can talk. I'm like, oh, here we go. Those words.
Why would I? You my wife. I love you to death. Why would I take advice from you?
Yeah, I get it. If you're not, and they say that never take advice from someone that doesn't know what they're doing, where they're going. I'm just like I said.
No.
But he's
always, you don't know. You just don't have a plan to go and fulfill that.
Or have not been committed or consistent with it. Now with him, he has, like he says, it was either go back in corrections or, the high end security, whatever. So he stuck with that. Me, it's like still podcasting, blogging, and exercising and other 4 things. What I'm trying to do is incorporate enough income, whether I do A, B, C, or 3 of those things, because I'm passionate about. And some things I'm going to have to allude to, they're just going to be passion. Wow. And it might not be the moneymaker.
During this course of travel, we have met many people that gave us ideas.
Yeah.
Like mediator, getting involved into property, buying property.
What I found, people will suggest to you and then they fizzle out. And you be like, hey, where are they? Where did they go?
And then you do your own research.
Yeah.
You don't, and plus you try not to take on 5 different things at one time. You
right.
Try to stick and stay focused on that one thing.
Hence this why I'm doing this, because this is what I like to do the most. So this is a passion for me.
Come on.
It's a passion for me. But I watching him with his entrepreneur, with his business, I did admire his tenacity to keep going, even though some things were like obstacles he had to go through. And I got to see it behind the scenes. So share with us, like you say, the birthing of your business and some of the things being proactive, what you learned.
Well, you have to deal with the fact that sometimes
and behind the scenes.
Sometimes the behind the scene is you. And you have to deal with the fact that sometimes you get stressed or burnt out trying to do your own business thing.
Mm-hmm.
At what point do you take a time out? But you don't make that time out a long time out because you'll forget.
Yeah.
And you won't go through it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had to do that. I also had to deal with people who are hired and wasn't doing the job, and people who want to come in on something that's already started. And they had their hidden agendas, which you don't find out till afterwards. Now, you just separate yourself from them.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst people I've dealt with is family members that had some hidden agendas.
Okay.
From all sorts of stuff. So I realized that it was my dream.
Okay.
And it was up to me to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and it's working, and it's going to get better, and it's had gotten better every year.
Now, mind you, I'm on social media more than he is, so it's not like he promotes his stuff on social media like I do.
Word of
mouth. So his marketing, branding, and everything is actually word of mouth. That's how he gets a lot of hits from people calling him, contacting him, and if you ever need him. That's its phone number. Yep, More Shore Protection. It's the 443-356-0255. Again, that's 443-356-0255.
And I deal with people based on my integrity and my honesty. And
he is about that. Yeah.
Paid off, and I'm always straightforward with a person when I deal with them. I got time for no crap. I ain't got no time to be bull crapping you and especially myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell it like it is type of person. So
he also does things that I would really tag in and say, you need to charge the person for that. You need to charge consultant for. These are things that I've learned. People say, well, Tam, I'm gonna help you. This is not the friend tip. This is my business hat. I can talk to you for 10 minutes. I'm like, 10 minutes? I got a lot to talk about. Well, you have to shorten it up. 3 questions, 10 minutes, let's go.
And that depends on the service you provide.
After that, we're going to start clocking the dollars because I don't need you to waste my time. First, I took that as did they switch up on me? And then I watch him and I'm like, I get it now, because some of the phone calls that he gets or the emails and everything, I'm like, you need to charge those people. Are they not reading? Or like he'll go behind, like to me, beyond far as getting to you. He'll drive to you. He'll meet you. He'll help you do the paperwork. Like he goes beyond, and I'm just like,
That's only because I've been there.
yeah.
Been there, I've done that, and then I said to myself, "This is not what I'm going to do." But I do know when I'm being used.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I'll cut it off, and I don't be dealing with you. Period. And I'll let you know.
Yeah,
No,
he's all about
no.
advancement. He wants to see any and everybody make it.
And that's the point.
He hates lazy
helping
people.
people get to another point in their life.
Yeah, he hates lazy people.
I hate lazy people who think that they're going to finagle you out of what it is they're going to finagle you to get what they want out of you, and you don't see it or hear the conversation. I worked in a prison for 24 years, and I grew up on the east or west side. I'm a city person, so I know when I'm being bullcrap.
Right. So like I say, with business, it's the putting the plan in motion, writing it down, getting the key players, believing in yourself, knowing that you're going to have some obstacles, and then you're going to have some rewarding good days.
You got to set your business up to. And my business has been set up over a period of time of me learning as I go. To have a successful business, you got to have some falls.
Yeah. And just be resilient enough to get up and do it again. Like, don't stop. That's what, like I say, I'm the mean with the 8 that's pushing the laptop against the wall and saying, I give up. He's the total opposite. He's going to keep going. I'll shut down and say, I can't do this. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do something else.
I've just been fortunate to run into people who have been truly honest about helping.
Yeah, that too. That part.
And you listen with your ears, not with your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Listen with your ears, not with your mouth.
And also learning the balance of when to work and when to cut it off. Because a lot of times, and I've learned this from working home in the pandemic, a lot of times it would go past the 5 o'clock and you find yourself in Zoom meetings and this, that, and the other. No, when you log off, when it's time to end the business part of your day, that is it, and stick to it. Because if not, people will try you. They will call you all hours in the evenings, even on the weekends, with work-related stuff, and you have to stop them and say, no, nada.
That's when the stress come in. Remember this. Set your LLC up. There's 3: sole proprietor, LLC, and what is it? I got a brain fog. Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
You set those up. And then you have to look into this also as far as a business. Is it a woman owned? If it's black owned,
right?
Then you got to get with the mayor has something set up where a minority business enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
You also have it for the state, MDOT. You have to set this stuff up so that your business can be successful.
And don't be afraid to ask for help. A lot of us are. And
then if anybody want to be a part of your business with you, you make sure you check them out. Make sure they have an LLC. Make sure you also set up a
business account,
in insurance, and a business account. Because if somebody said that they have a business and you write them a check and it does not work because the bank won't accept it, because the bank, in order to set it up with a bank, you have to have your article organization in order to set up a business account with the bank. So if the person don't have any of that, then they don't even be leery of doing business with them. Anybody can put something on a piece of paper, but the state of Maryland, agencies have numbers to them, which you can check out.
Right. This is true. Now, if you're getting ready to start your own business, I would suggest honestly getting with someone that can help you write what is it? A business plan?
Business plan, yeah.
Find out what you're passionate about. Not what's going to make you money. What you want to do, because making money and what you're passionate about, 2 different things totally. Either way, it's going to be work. But it's either going to be like that 9 to 5 that you go to a job and you're doing something, you really don't like it, but you're doing it because the money, but it doesn't bring you joy. So you're doing a disservice. Or you're going to actually go and jump in with both feet, all 10 toes, and say, look, I might not have the money now, but it's coming. Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, but it's coming because I'm doing what I like. And when you're doing what you like, you're more consistent and disciplined to do it.
And that's what hold a lot of people up financing.
Yeah.
They don't have the money.
To invest in themselves.
A lot of businesses don't take you to have a lot of money to run them.
Right. And you can find it. I'm telling you, like I say, when the pandemic came, I knew so many people. They started doing hair, nail techs, lash techs, and I'm like, you're not coming back to work. I'm gonna go out here and do this. I'm gonna go out because they believed in themselves. But they'll share their story. There was days I had money, and there were days that I ain't seen no money. But I'm betting on me.
First 5 years.
I'm betting on. That's what they say. I'm betting on me. This ain't gonna make you run back to work. No, that's a negative. I'm not going back to work. I'm going to struggle to get ahead, not to go backwards. So that used to scare me. I'm like, nope, I'm keeping my 9 to 5 because I need my bi-weekly paycheck. I am not about to go 30 days in a hole and then all your bills they were like, Tammy, that's business. But you keep up at it, you'll start making profit. It gets rewarding. You just got to get your feet dirty. You got to sacrifice. You're going to lose the win.
All of a sudden, all your dreams came true, and you start making money. The first 5 years, that's a loss.
Yeah, and yes, I remember one of the things trying to decide whether you're going to run a business in home or a place, an office. Like me, I still go by business. I still go by places and say, oh, I like that. I might open, I want to get that, or I want to get that. Like I do a little prayer. Oh, I like that. I could see myself in that office. And I remember him having an office up there in Towson, and he had the banner. And every day I would call him, and he would say, "More Shore Protection." I'd be like, "Hey, honey, any calls today? Anybody come in there to see you?" He's like, "I don't think people know I'm up here." And he got the big banner and everything. And next month, I'm like, "Hey, babe, any people? Anyone call?" And he started thinking I was being sarcastic because I couldn't stop laughing.
That's when I was doing a lot of training. I do gun training. I do
right, but the amount of money you were spending monthly for a rental of the lease in office was just, it was becoming a problem. Then he said, I'm gonna shut this down and use the basement part of the house. And that's a tax write-off. But that's another story. But yeah, he started doing that. It was bad for me because that's where you would go in the basement to work out, and that was my disco time. I like having the silver ball in the basement and blow the whistle and dance. That's what I like doing. So when I realized I had to give up part of the basement for my co-host, it became like, oh, we need to get a bigger house with a bigger basement because this is not going to work.
The basement was my part of the basement.
Yes, and I took over. Took over. Then it became he had a whole entire workout gym downstairs and the gun thing down there. And I'm like, no, then I won that again because here come the disco ball and the disco lights and my Spotify speakers blowing, the 1s and 2s, the 808s, and then he brought he brought me a brand new karaoke machine. Well, that just added to it. We got the whole shebang now. I can't. It's like McFadden and Whitehead. I am never gonna stop. Okay, ain't no stopping me now. You are just giving me all the ammunition to go full blown with my music because music is my life. Music makes me lose control. That kind of thing. And it really resonated with me was what I'm saying. It gave me my space, but when I had to share the space so he could, bring his business home, I understood that because financially we were taking a hit with him. So be careful when you're out there looking for a place to rent or to lease. I'm not saying don't do it, but start small. You got to crawl before you walk. So you may want to start in home. And this is why I understand why some people start out doing their house doing hair, stylists doing hair at home, braiding at home and things like that, or you like doing manicures and pedicures at home. And then they launched out and got their own place.
After they build a capital.
That's it. That's it. And get yourself a good CPA. That's imperative. You need someone that's going to check your stuff every quarter, check your stuff to see if you're making profit margins or you taking losses. Because you can be making money and then it's getting, what is it? Your money is taking a hit because of things that you're doing foolishly or unbeknown to you that you can cut and save. Um, I do know one young lady, she was saying, you can, at a salon, if you cut your time and, because you want to get good products, because you want to still bring the people in good service. So I'm not telling you cut your products. You might want to start doing hair, cut your hours or decrease your time instead of it being from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Make it 8 to 4 or a couple of days, make it late nights. Or you don't have to do Friday nights and Saturdays, make it just readjust your schedule. It's little small things. When to use hot water. You're doing your laundry. Maybe do your laundry at night, one time a week. Just let them towels roll up and pack up, but do them once or twice a week instead of running them every 2 hours. Things of that sort. Having the lights on all day and all night. And it ain't the one person in there or two people getting their hair done 8 o'clock in the morning. You don't need all that shenanigan right there because it ain't a head full of people in there. It's different ways to cut down what you're doing. And when we learned that, when I saw that and saw how this person saved money with the next, she said, watch, I'll show her how to, she's going to have a profit next month. And she did. So that's why I was telling Joe, I said, got a good consultant, make sure, CPA. Yep. I said, make sure you check with him quarterly and he will show you where your growth and your loss. And even ordering equipment. He's taking on a hit with that. People not turning back in their uniforms. That was a number one thing with me. You going out here ordering stuff, and that's a job. You got to make sure the quality is good. You got to make sure the emblem is good, and this patch is here, and that patch is that.
Well, you can deal with that several different ways. One, you could charge them for not returning your uniforms, taking out their check before you would give them their check. Based on them not being employed anymore, or you can send them a bill.
Yeah, it had gotten to that because everything is cost effective, and we weren't looking at that, so that was causing a loss.
And that's a profit and loss thing also. So you write that off as a loss.
Yeah, but trying to cut your losses is what the key is. You're trying to gain profit. That's the key.
You're gonna
have some loss in business. That's why it's called risk.
And it's a write-off.
Yeah, even with people giving out, like my background is financial, so looking at loans that I have to do, that's why it's called a risk. And you have like a syllabus of why they're called a risk. But banks are insured; they have write-offs, but believe you me, they're not handing out loans to every person that walk around with a risk. You need some places want you to write a whole thesis.
When your loss outweigh your profit, then you have to reconsider the type of business that you're in.
Yeah, that part. And you might just have to reevaluate, that big word, reevaluate what your business, like what you're going to hone into. Like he said, he didn't know whether to go back into corrections or high security, and he's had where he's done security for churches, retail, big events, small events, places that we can't really speak of because we've written a little thing where we won't talk about, but and they were high profile things, but he's even had some people that he had to be security for that has come to Baltimore, and he had to do shows for and stuff like that, and secure them. But in doing so, he's gained a lot of exposure, and he's kept himself. He's the same as he started back, in the 1800s. No, I'm just joking. Not the 1800s, but when it first started.
That was easy.
That should have been, that'll work for me.
But he was determined to keep it going. And For that, I'm proud of him because there were times where I wanted to say, "Hey, you want to wrap this up and call it quits right now?" And he was like, "Nope. If I believe in myself, I don't care if you don't believe in me. I'm going to make it." And he has made me out to be a liar. I'm so happy for him, and both happy and proud of him that he, sustained and stayed with it even
Okay,
when it
can we
was
go?
tight.
Can we
Tight.
go on another subject?
Yeah. So I just wanted to tell you, those people out there that's looking to start their own business, number one, find
Time,
out what your
patience,
patience.
effort.
Yeah, find out what your passion is
Know
first,
that you're gonna have some winning days. You're gonna have losing days.
but be willing to do it.
Your losing days are not really losing days if you learn from the experience.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
So you take that experience and use, you draw up another map.
Okay, draw another map. Okay, but don't lose sight of yourself.
It's not a road that's less traveled.
No, it ain't an easy road. Not an easy road.
Come on.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Just saying, it's not going to be easy. So roll up your sleeve, pop up your collar, because you are going to work, and you can't help when you just say getting good help.
Running a business is just like a relationship.
Yeah, skill sets.
It works. You got to put the work in order to, just like relationship, your health. You have to put the work in to see the profit.
Yeah, and don't depend on everybody else to be there and pull through.
Don't depend on no one to fulfill your dream,
right?
Your business,
because it ain't their dream.
No, it's not.
It's not their dream. Okay,
you're not going to get the same result.
And another thing, a key element is I hear people say, "Well, entrepreneurs is just like your 9 to 5 because they need people to work for them, so they want you to work for them. They want to hire you to work for them, and they pay you $10 or $15 an hour." No, they want to get you in that way you can get your feet in. If this is what you like to do, you too can share that dream, meaning you can learn from the bottom, and then you can go out and incorporate the same thing because now you're in the field.
The thing with providing a service, if a person feel like that, then go somewhere else and work.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that they'll say they want you to quit your 9 to 5 and come work for them. Nobody's muscling you to do that.
Well, when you got a job and you making $10 an hour, and it's based on what that job was bidded for.
Some things are internship. Like me, I always fathomed that I would be on a radio station. If someone called me right now and said, "You can be on a radio station, we ain't paying you nothing, but you could do internship airway," like I'm Quiet Storm, I would be there with bells on. I would.
Now, can I finish my part?
Yes.
Okay.
And I would be there with bells on, my little sippy cup, because anybody know me, I'm always bedazzled up. I'm ready for the occasion. But, you never know. With me blogging, hopefully one day somebody will call me to do a blog. You never know with social media. There are avenues that will open up because there's a plethora of work out there to be done, and they need a plethora of people. So don't act like it's gender-based, age-based. I used to think because I'm 62, I'm too old for this. You'd be surprised. Don't stop believing in yourself.
When you walk into a job at $10 an hour, that's what you walked into.
Okay.
It might have to take you a number of months in order to get an increase. And if you don't see an increase, go work somewhere else.
Well, just because you start at $10 don't mean you're going to stay there, baby. Well, if you do, there's something wrong.
It also depends on the job. A lot of jobs ain't paying more than $10 an hour. And also, what is your experience to be asking for more?
Well, like I said, get your feet in, get your feet wet and see if you like this. And if you learn from it, then guess what? You can duplicate it and do better. You could do much more because it's now your dream and you got your feet wet and you know how to do some things and you got the experience. So look at it like that.
Working for somebody or working for yourself? No,
I'm saying there are people saying, why would an entrepreneur tell you to quit your job only for the entrepreneur to tell you come work for them? Isn't that like working, stay in your 9 to 5? And I'm like, what if it's a lot of people have done internship?
Do something like that, you get what your hand called
for. I know a lot of people that have quit the 9 to 5 to go work in a company for internship or less money, but now they have moved up. They have moved up because they got the experience. They got their breakthrough, put it like that. They got their breakthrough in the field that they like. So again, believe in yourself, live your dream, but you have to count on yourself. No one's going to do it for you. So with this being said, I only want to thank you, babies, for checking in, tuning in, and don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, and love button. And until we meet again, be good to yourself. Much love. And Happy New Year. Happy New You.